Hello again, my friends. You are back. We are going to continue with our story, Little Pip and the Rainbow Wish, and we are going to focus today on problem and solution. Now, we've talked a little bit about problem and solution, but not a lot compared to some of the other things that we've done. But when I read this book, and like I said on Friday, it reminds me a lot of a book we were getting ready to read at school called Bringing Down the Moon. So when I read this book, it's got a really strong problem, and then we can figure out together what the solution is. So it is super duper important that as we read today, you are thinking, because Miss Walker can't hear you. So I'm going to ask some questions, and if you want to answer them out loud, you can. If you want to think it in your brain, you can. But I want you to do your own thinking, because we're not at school for me to call on you and to be able to point and say and us talk and discuss it together. So focus. Think as we read. Okay, so our job today is problem and solution. Now, when you hear the word problem, what do you think about? So if you want to pause me and tell that to somebody in your family, and then I'll share my idea of something that may be an example of what could be a problem. So pause me and share with them what's something that's a problem. Okay, you're back. So I don't know if we know yet how to say the definition of the word problem, but we know that when we have a problem with something, it's something that needs to be fixed. So I have a problem and solution song, and the first part of it goes like this. The problem of the story is what needs to be fixed. What needs to be fixed? What needs to be fixed? The problem of the story is what needs to be fixed, or what the character wants to change. So maybe you shared with mom or dad or whoever's taking care of you today that a problem, and you shared something that's personal. So let me think. A problem could be that I was eating an ice cream cone and the ice cream fell off and went on the floor. So when I have a problem, it's usually not something that's good. You might have shared with mom or dad a problem was that your brother or sister hit you. Or a problem is that you're so tired and you don't feel like taking a bath. So that would be a problem to you. So let's try and sing this together. Miss Walker didn't really write this up here so that you have to read it. I wrote it so my brain wouldn't forget the song. So it goes like this. The problem of the story is what needs to be fixed. What needs to be fixed? What needs to be fixed? The problem of the story is what needs to be fixed, or what the character wants to change. So we talk at school all the time too about being problem solvers. Because if you have a problem with something, your job is to fix it. And if it can't be fixed, of course, other people can help us to do that. But the bottom part says, or what the character wants to change. So usually if there's a problem, the person that has the problem or the character that has the problem wants to fix it. So let's sing that part one more time, and then we're going to do solution. Try and sing with me. Problem of the story is what needs to be fixed. What needs to be fixed? What needs to be fixed? The problem of the story is what needs to be fixed, or what the character wants to change. Okay, so now let's talk about solution. Now that we know that the problem is something that needs to be fixed, what does solution mean? And that's a big word. At school, when we say problem solvers, that word solver is like solution. So let me sing the song to you. The solution of the story is how it got fixed, how it got fixed, how it got fixed. The solution of the story is how it got fixed so they can have a happy ending. So when I solve a problem, when I find the solution, everything is all good again and we figured it out. So like I said before, if my problem was that I dropped my ice cream and it fell on the floor, my solution could be to just go get a new one. Or my solution could be to say, that's okay, I'll have another snack today. So whatever problem you have, there is always a solution. So let's sing the solution part one more time. The solution of the story is how it got fixed, how it got fixed, how it got fixed. The solution of the story is how it got fixed so they can have a happy ending. All right, now that we've got that in our brains, let's go back to Little Pip and the Rainbow Wish. So if you remember on Friday, we did characters and setting, and we learned about the three characters that were in the story. Little Pip, Millie and Spike. And if your brain remember that, you're so smart because we haven't done this since Friday. And then we talked about the setting, where they are. And we said they were outside during the day all the way into the night. So we're done with that job. Today we're going to focus on problem and solution. So what is wrong in the story and how that problem gets fixed by our characters, by Little Pip, Millie, and Spike. So here we go. As we read, I want you to pay close attention to when the problem comes into play. Little Pip and the Rainbow Wish by Elizabeth Bagley, illustrated by Carolyn Pedler. Pip was watching Millie and Spike playing puddle splashing and dodge the raindrop. Pip wanted to join in, but he was shy and couldn't think of a way to ask. Some friends might have told me at school that that's a little problem, that he's feeling too nervous to jump in and say something. He's feeling shy. Could be a little problem, but it's not the main problem. Pip watched as Spike and Millie wiggled and whooped around the dandelion seed. Just at that moment, a shining rainbow lit up the clouds. It would be a perfect present for Millie and Spike. They could slide down it or make a tent under its colors, and he would be their friend. But the rainbow was so far away. So the author's starting to make me think. Little Pip wants to get this rainbow for his friends. Now, boys and girls, we know you can't catch a rainbow, right? But in our story, our character, Pip, doesn't know that. But the author says at the bottom with his words, but the rainbow was so far away. So this is give me a little bit of a clue to make a prediction of what might be happening next. Too high to reach on the tips of his paws, too far away to catch with a bendy stick, and his bounce was just not enough. Okay, this is the start of the problem. Remember, the problem of a story is what needs to be fixed. So, what is Little Pip's problem? Tell that to somebody at home. What is Little Pip's problem? Okay, I hope your thinking was that Little Pip's problem is he wants the rainbow, but he cannot get it. He wants the rainbow, but he cannot get it. So he's trying with this bendy stick. He's trying to jump, jump, jump. He's bouncing, 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 but he can't get it. So for Little Pip, this is a problem. No matter what he tried, the rainbow was very, very up, and Pip was very, very down. Sometimes when we have a problem, we do feel sad or angry maybe if we can't figure it out. What are you doing? Asked Millie, who stopped playing to watch. Pip's tail blushed to its very tip. I wanted to catch the rainbow, said Spike. We'll help. So, I can see that Millie and Spike are trying to be problem solvers. So, Pip's problem is that he can't catch the rainbow, and Millie and Spike want to help him. Spike clambered onto Millie's shoulders. Come on, Pip, he called, we need you too. And he swung Pip right to the top of the mouse tower. But then Pip began to wobble. The tower began to sway. Okay, so they're trying to solve the problem. Retell what they're doing. They're making a tower to try to reach the rainbow, but then it starts wobbling, wobbling, wobbling. And they all fell into the jumbly mouse heap. But now it looks, if you can look close, kind of looks like they're smiling, like they're having a good time together. We could just wish for the rainbow, Pip said quietly. So together they wished into the sky. But the rainbow stayed right where it was. So let's retell a little bit. Okay, so they're trying to be problem solvers. Pip can't get this rainbow. He jumps. He tries to whack at it. The other mice friends try to help him to get it, but they fall. Now they're trying to wish for the rainbow. And imagine they'd say, I'm wishing, please, rainbow, come down from the sky. Did it work? No. So they're not giving up. They're persevering. But do they still have a problem? Yeah, the rainbow's not coming down from the sky. Then Millie picked up a dandelion. Who wants to fly to the rainbow, she asked. Me, cried Pip, suddenly not shy at all. The wind scooped him up so high that he could almost touch the rainbow. Do you think he's going to do it? Thumbs up or thumbs down? From what's already been happening, will that make him reach the rainbow? Say. He reached out his paws, but the seeds began to fall away from the dandelion one by one by one, and Pip sank slowly back to the earth. No, so if you said no, you were correct. The problem is still not solved. You cannot get that rainbow. I didn't catch the rainbow, said Pip sadly. You were very brave, said Millie, hugging him. How nice is that? And at that very moment, the rainbow melted away and was gone. Don't go, begged Pip. Don't worry, said Spike. But I needed it, sniffed Pip, to give you and Millie so that you would be my friends. But we are your friends, said Millie. Who needs presents anyway, said Spike. So, the rainbow is now gone. So Pip thinks he still has a problem. I want you to pause me and tell Mom or Dad or whoever's taking care of you today, how did Millie and Spike help Pip to solve the problem? What did they do? Pause me and tell. Okay, you're back. What did they do, or how did they help him to solve the problem? So Pip said, I needed that rainbow for you to be my friends. That was a real problem for him. That's what his brain was thinking. And Millie and Spike said, you don't need a rainbow or presents to be friends. We are your friends. So how do you think Pip was feeling at that moment that they told him that? Very happy, because he doesn't need to give them a gift to be their friends. They're just friends anyway. Then off they raced all together, hopping and splashing from puddle to puddle, until the night sky burst into brilliant sparkling of stars. And if I look at my illustration, I can see the 3 mouse friends. Did they need that rainbow to be friends? Nope, but it was still a problem for Pip, and I'm super, super glad that his friends helped him to solve it, kind of like how we do at school. So, let's talk about, one more time, problem and solution. When I have a problem, it's something that needs to be fixed. It could be anything. Something that makes us feel sad or angry can be a problem to us. But our job as readers, and our job too in things we do in our life, are to be problem solvers. So we have to find the solution. Say that big word again, solution. So when I have a problem, something that needs to be fixed, the solution is how it gets fixed. So how you are the problem solver gives you the solution. So I really love this story. I'm glad that we got to read it Friday and we got to read it today to do all those cool skills that we've been working on. We will try another one later in the week, and maybe a book that might have problem and solution again. You never know. When you're reading your books at home, you can pay attention to if the story has a problem and if the problem gets solved. So let's sing this song one last time, and then we will be ready to rock and roll for the rest of the day. The problem of the story is what needs to be fixed. What needs to be fixed. What needs to be fixed. The problem of the story is what needs to be fixed, or what the character wants to change. So say problem 3 times. Problem, problem, problem. Now let's do solution. The solution of the story is how it got fixed. How it got fixed. How it got fixed. The solution of the story is how it got fixed so they could have a happy ending. Let's say solution 3 times. Solution, solution, solution. Excellent job. Kiss your brain 2 times. Moms and dads, I will be in touch later after I have my meeting with Mr. Bender and some of the other staff members today to see what we're moving forward with. Friends, you did an excellent job today. Be a problem solver, make good choices, and I will see you tonight for a bedtime story. Mwah.